Lucy Parsons was born into slavery in 1851 and grew up in Texas. In 1870, she met Albert Parsons, a white ex-Confederate soldier who accepted defeat after the South lost the Civil War and believed in rights for Black Americans. They fell in love and married right before Texas outlawed interracial marriage. Living openly as an interracial couple, they were targets of racial violence. They decided to move up to North Chicago. In Chicago, Lucy opened her own sewing business and her husband, Albert, began working for a newspaper company. Lucy and her husband were modified by the treatment of workers. She decided to join the Knights Labor, where she strived to promote better working conditions. She also continued an increasingly successful career as a writer for socialist and activist journals, in addition to expanding her sewing business in a small factory. Albert Parsons, Lucy's husband, started a newspaper called The Alarm, where they both wrote articles expressing their very radical and extreme views on labor and civil rights. On May 4, 1886, Lucy, Albert, and their children attended a labor protest near Haymarket Square in Chicago. Even though they didn't organize their event, Albert decided to give a speech to the crowd. When it started raining, Lucy went home with her children. After they left, someone threw a bomb at the police officer, and a huge riot broke out and at least 8 people died. Police quickly brained radical activists, including Albert. They arrested him and 6 other radical workers. He was eventually sentenced to death. After he was put to death, Lucy was dubbed the Haymarket Widow. Lucy continued to give public lectures about workers' rights even into her 80s. She died in a house fire in 1942, but her legacy lives on in the radical labor rights movements we see today.